and rescue.
Credit note.
There are 80,999 calls made every day.
Hello, what's the problem? It's the police.
Can I have a police side? They stole my money.
Who's stolen your money?
Some are more serious than others.
Yeah, he's not breathing.
Okay, blow the little boy flat on his back for me there.
No, he's flat on his back.
On rare occasions, the call is to report a death.
Emergency service.
I've run over my wife who'd been feeding the cows, and one of the cows must have known.
Some people broke into her house and stole all his money.
But what if the caller
She's not moving.
Right, she's not moving at all.
is in fact a killer?
Someone been stabbed. I think they're dead.
We just did everything as a family. We didn't really have anyone else join in any social activities. It was just us. Oh, no. Sam, when she was born, she was a bundle of joy. She was very dominant of the family, even as a baby. She was always the person that, if there was an underdog, she'd be the one to go over and bring them in. She was very kind, warm-hearted. If anyone was to be horrible to anyone, she'd be the one to stand up and say, that's not right. I think we were really good friends with a really tight bond. We'd gone through terrible times where we'd gone through divorce, so that left me with Sam and Charlie on our own. Oh, look. We'd go and escape in the car. We'd put all the seats down so that it was like a flatbed, and we'd have the dog in with us. Just that time together, being safe, laughing, joking, making light of everything. If someone offered me £1 million for that moment, I'd never give that up, never. So how did Sam meet Dono? I call him Dono Lane. His real name is Dominic Ison. Sam first met Dono by seeing him walking across the road.
Yeah, so basically, I said to him, I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Yeah, no, I just don't need it.
And said to her friend, he looks really fit. And she said, oh, well, he's with someone, so you've got no hope there. But that still didn't deter her from wanting the number. And as soon as her friend knew him, she knew that his number would be on her phone. When they went to a bar, her friend went to the toilet, so Sam, being Sam, was not deterred. She got the phone, got the number, and started texting. They arranged to meet, and when they met, they just fell for each other. The combination of the two of them together always reminds me of Barbie and Ken. Both very, very beautiful people. Very upright, model-like. Just like an absolute perfect couple, seeing them together. My impressions of Dono was he was a strapping lad. He was very muscly, very much how a man should be, broad shoulders, come in by the waist. A pretty boy, blue eyes, blonde hair, smartly dressed, chinos, pumps, t-shirts, all pressed, very, very smart. It couldn't work because Sam was still in a relationship and Dono was still in a relationship.
I've been thinking about it a lot, Sam, and I really don't think that we can be together.
I know, babe.
I've really got to give it a go and make it work here.
Okay. Well, I've got to go now.
I'll always love you, Sam.
No, please don't say that. Look, I've got to go now.
Bye.
All the while that they weren't together, Sam told me that she's done nothing but think about Dono every day since the day they parted.
Two years on, and the couple were determined to try again to start a relationship.
They arranged to meet. She was happier at that point than I had seen her for a long time. You could see that he lit her world up. They had a bond already. He did mean everything to her. My first impression is, Sam, you're very lucky to have met someone like this. He's every woman's dream. Very kind, very generous, very loving, very tactile.
Oh, you know what, babe?
What?
You've only forgotten to start.
On the tip. Oh, man. I was a bit sad. Maybe there. 3, 2, 1.
You proud of yourself?
Put the camera down now.
When Sam came back to spend Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with us, Dono was there with us. And he'd actually gone to town with my son to buy an engagement ring.
Sam, will you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah?
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's beautiful, babe.
It was like she'd won the lottery. She felt like she had it all.
Pour you a cuppa.
Oh, thanks, Dave.
It's all right.
I just felt her kicking.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
We then found out that Sam was pregnant. So that year of 2012, we spent every weekend together, ongoing days out, festivals, shopping, beach, just parks. And she just was blooming, absolutely blooming. And it just seemed like a fairy tale. No one knew what was gonna come later on.
A whirlwind engagement and a new baby seemed like a fairy tale start for Samantha Henderson and her fiancé Dominic Isom.
September 2012 was when we realised things weren't quite as they should be.
You said you weren't in touch with her. You said you weren't ever going to text her back.
I'm just sending a text. I'm trying to get in touch with my kids.
You're not even talking about the kids half the time.
There was some arguments that arose around each other's previous partners, to the point where I had said to them, if you can't lay that to rest, you cannot be together.
You promised me, Dono.
It was just a couple of texts.
Well, why did you feel like you had to lie about it then? If we're supposed to get married, Don, then I need to be able to trust you, and I can't trust you when you're running behind my back sending those weird messages.
Shut up,
Don't
just
tell me to shut up.
Just
You
shut up.
It seems to have been a very serious relationship,
Are we done?
Yeah.
All right.
described as being very much wrapped up with each other, and it was a very intense relationship. It was overshadowed by their previous partners. There was a good deal of jealousy and resentment of the other parties.
Where you going?
Al.
Who with?
The girls.
All right, well, what time are you back? Because I've got stuff to do.
Dunno.
Rough time?
Don't wait up.
I became aware that Dono didn't want Sam going out with her friends, but I just thought it's because he was just so scared he would lose her to somebody else. Sam, I think, just took that as him being worried because she meant the world to him. He loved her so much he didn't want her out of his sight. He needed her to be with him all the time.
But later that year, the couple's jealousy had taken a darker turn.
Mum? Can you come and get me, please? Mum, it's Dono. He hit me and then my stomach, it hit the kitchen side. No, I'm fine. The baby's okay, I think.
I had a call from my daughter to say, Mum, when Dono goes to work, please come and get all my stuff out of the flat. Dono had hit her and had her bent over the kitchen side, and being that she was pregnant, it hurt her stomach. She had told me that she'd been speaking with Dono during the day and that she was going to go back. Okay, I can't change your mind. You love him, obviously. But if he does it again, you won't have no choice. I actually said this to Dono as well. You got away with it this time. Just never let there be a next time.
Sam, I'm so sorry, babe. Sam, I can't stand to look at you like this. I'm so sorry. I know I hurt you and I'll never do it again. Please, Sam, can you forgive me? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I hurt you. I shouldn't hurt you.
He took that on board, as I thought. Very, very apologetic, really sorry for what he'd done. It would never happen again.
The jealousy appears to have been a two-way thing. I think both parties bitterly resented the previous partners. I believe that the jealousy was shown because they shared a Facebook page. They checked each other's phones. They monitored what contact each other had with other people, particularly their former partners.
I'll see you later then.
Yeah.
After a second baby together, the couple appeared to have overcome their earlier problems.
Dono was working for local people in Corfe Castle, helping them with bricklaying, helping them just move rubbish, cut trees down, just doing odd jobs for everybody. Sam now had a new baby, along with a 1-year-old, 3-year-old, a 5-year-old.
Hello, hi. Oh, yeah, no, I'll be there to get them as soon as I can. Yeah. Yeah, no, sorry. No, I'm leaving right now.
They also was starting to get business in for cleaning properties. This busy lifestyle and too much going on had a bad effect on Sam. The weight was falling off of her. And to my idea, she was smoking and drinking energy drinks just to keep her going. She said that her moods were getting really low. On the 22nd of January, I get a phone call from Dono.
Hello?
Hello, Janelle.
Dono.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know.
Slow down. I can't understand what you're saying.
Have you seen Sam by any chance?
No. She's not with me.
She left the house yesterday for a little bit. She said she'd be coming back, but she hasn't come back. And I've tried ringing her.
She hasn't spoken to you at all, has she, or anything, no?
No, I'm at work.
Yeah, I've just been ringing her and it's...
And I went, have you called the police? So then from that moment, he was calling police.
Emergency.
I haven't got any credit to phone the 101 number, but I've been told to phone you this morning. My partner, my girlfriend's gone, well, she hasn't gone missing, but she's gone. She went last night, and she hasn't come back this morning.
Right, where was she last night?
She was here last night, yeah. It was around about 4:30 she left. I'm not too sure exactly. No, it wasn't last night, it was yesterday evening, because it was dark when she left. I'm just...
When she went out, where did she go?
I don't know.
Right, so it wasn't a planned thing, she wasn't on a night out with some friends?
Oh, no, she doesn't go out, she doesn't drink, she doesn't... We're like family, a couple, living couples. No, I'm trying to think what it'd be.
Right, okay, what's your girlfriend's name?
It's Samantha Henderson.
Is it unusual for her to go out in the afternoon, not come back all night?
Well, she's never done it before, she's never done this before.
Okay, so you two didn't have a row exactly, but she was really down yesterday?
No, we haven't had a row. We didn't row at all.
We'll start looking for her anyway, and we'll try calling her on her mobile, see if we can find out where she is. Okay, thanks, bye-bye.
On the 22nd of January 2015, Janelle Henderson was called by her daughter's fiancé, Dominic Isom.
Hello?
Struggling with work and parenting pressures, Samantha had left home the day before and not returned.
I arrived in Corfe Castle, I drove up the road, I knocked on the door.
Hey. Alright. I don't know what to do.
It's gonna be fine. She's gonna come back, yeah? She's just having a breather.
That's when he told me that they were moving. I wasn't aware that they were moving. And all these different things that I wasn't aware of was all coming out. So I got him to ring up the councils in Exeter or wherever they were going off to. I asked him to put something out there on Facebook.
Have you texted everyone on the phone? Yeah? Okay.
All the while I was giving Dono instructions to do this, he was just doing what I told him to do. But he wasn't in a state where he couldn't do thinking for himself. He was just doing what I told him.
She's gonna be back anyway.
I was extremely worried that Sam had lost consciousness out in the cold. Could she have collapsed with the drugs she was taking? Or was she on a bus somewhere? Just everything was spinning.
Samantha was keen to get away from their respective pasts.
Well, clearly I can't trust you, can I? No, because you're going behind my back and sending them messages.
She didn't want Mr. Isom having contact with his children.
Sam, it's about the kids, you know how it is.
She appeared to have indicated that she wanted to have a new start, and that's why the family were proposing to move to Exeter. She'd also made inquiries with the local council in Exeter. She seems to have been very keen to move.
A CCTV sweep revealed Samantha in a Corfe Castle shop the afternoon of her disappearance. 24 hours later, there was still no sign of her.
She had £200 on her.
What do you mean?
There was £200 on her side, and she must have taken it.
I said, she's not stupid. It's cold. She's going to go and get a room somewhere. Maybe she'll hide out in the room for a couple of days and then come back. All different things were going on in my head, different scenarios. Now that left me in the house with Dono and the children, and I fell asleep. I woke up with a start, with peripheral vision, seeing Dono just stood there.
Sorry, I'm just getting some milk for the kids.
In the middle of the front room. Now, I don't know what he was doing, stood in the middle of the room just looking at me, whether he thought it was Sam that was in that chair. I've got no idea what he was thinking. Once the word got about, everyone pulled together as a community by looking through the fields, putting posters up. They were getting involved with the police, but unfortunately nobody found anything in Corfe or in Hamworthy.
With Samantha now missing for over 36 hours, police expanded their search cordon to areas beyond Corfe Castle.
I came back through one of the fields after dropping the kids off. I wanted to have a look around. There's so many people out there looking for her.
It's going to be all right.
It was soon after that that we had a knock at the door.
I'll get it.
And it was the police asking that Dono came with them to the station for a statement because he was the last person to see her.
Dominic Isom was invited to come to the police station as the last person that had seen her and as he was somebody who could provide information about her. So he gave a witness statement on the afternoon of that day.
I last saw her yesterday. She came home from the school run with the kids at about 4:30. She seemed fine. We were just doing, normal household stuff. And then she grabbed some money from the side and rushed out.
So him being gone that long didn't spark anything in me to say that something untoward had happened. I was asked to leave the premises by forensic, and then I was told that they've got to go through the house to eliminate him.
Can you remember what she was wearing?
Jeans, top, and she was wearing my slippers.
Your slippers?
Yeah.
Shoes as well.
They're massive.
I got these for you last Christmas, you don't remember?
There's no way that she would get on a bus or a train with your slippers on. Size 2 and you're size 8. She wouldn't be able to walk.
And were you worried about her at all when she left?
Well, I always have concerns whenever she leaves the house. I worry about everybody.
Despite his account to police, investigators have begun to query if Dominic Isom was telling them the entire truth.
Having given that statement to the police, Dominic Isom was arrested that day for murder. Police had analysed Mr. Isom's mobile phone and it had connected with masts in various areas, one of which was close to the lake at Hamworthy. This information was put to him in that interview.
I wasn't there.
The phone records don't lie.
I don't care, they must be wrong. I wasn't there. I've never ever been there. I don't know why you got me here. I can help you look for her.
We'll be sending divers to trawl the lake.
They won't find anything. I've never ever been there.
But under the pressure of his 7th police interview, Dominic Isom was about to make a startling admission.
I did go there. I was going to hang myself. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe Sam would see I killed myself and she'd come back. But I couldn't do it. I just wanted Sam back. That's all I want. I want to get Sam back.
She'll see me and she'll come back. She'll see me dead and she'll come back.
In the course of that interview, he also tried to grab a pen off one of the police officers and made as if to stab himself. And he was tearful and described as being hysterical.
Further analysis of Dominic Isom's phone revealed a number of messages sent to Samantha's mobile on the evening of her disappearance.
He said, "Sam, where are you? Please come back. You are better than just running away. We all love you." And 3 kisses. At 19 minutes past 8 on the Thursday morning, he sent another WhatsApp message to Sam saying, "Sam, I can't do this on my own. Please come back, please." And a further message to Sam, "I fell asleep at the window last night, waiting for you to come back."
Despite aerial searches and dog teams working throughout the county, 6 days on, there was still no trace of Samantha Henderson.
Did you have an argument with Sam when she came back from school that afternoon?
You're clutching at all sorts now, aren't you?
On the 30th of January, 8 days after Samantha's disappearance, police finally had a breakthrough in the case.
It was the combination of the sniffer dogs and a member of the public walking near Hamworthy Lake had seen something just visible underneath the surface of the water. Something which appeared to be pink, and as a result, the police investigated. Samantha's body had been wrapped in a duvet cover, and it hadn't been submerged in very deep water because it was so heavy that it couldn't be transported very far from the shore. So it was just visible beneath the surface of the water.
After Dominic Isom reported his fiancée missing.
My partner, my girlfriend, she's gone. She went last night and she hasn't come back this morning.
Police began a manhunt and a murder investigation. A week later, Samantha Henderson's body was found in Hamworthy Lake. Dominic Isom charged for her murder.
They asked me if I could identify her with any of the tattoos that she had. So I asked if she had a butterfly on the top of her coccyx.
We regret to tell you that we found
And they confirmed that that was on her back. And I remember getting to the mortuary. And the first thing I did was just hold her hands. It felt like she was just asleep. She's going to wake up in a minute.
4 days after he'd attended the police station to give his witness statement, Mr. Isom was formally charged with the murder of Samantha Henderson.
As the trial began at Winchester Crown Court, Dominic Isom presented his own version of what had occurred between him and Samantha Henderson.
He said there'd been a violent altercation between them. His defence was essentially self-defence. He suggested that the trigger for the argument was because she was being aggressive with one of the children.
The argument started as soon as they got back from school. His story read that he got her off of the child. He then pulled her away in such a way that he slipped and he catapulted her over his head and she hit the shed.
His defence was essentially a combination of self-defence. He was defending himself against her. He suggested that she'd been angry and violent. And accident, he suggested that the blow to her head in particular must have happened when she fell because he was pushing her away from him. He talked about running back into the house and locking the door, being inside with the children and not going back outside for 20 minutes or so, at which point he found Miss Henderson dead.
Closer scrutiny of Dominic Isom's past revealed he was known to the police for a history of violence.
He had a conviction in 2010 for occasioning grievous bodily harm, whereby he'd assaulted another male on a railway station with a golf club and caused significant injuries. He'd been sentenced to 3 years imprisonment for that offence. The evidence from Samantha's mother was that he had assaulted Samantha in the past, and we know that he had a conviction for assaulting her in 2013. At the end of the trial, we felt that the evidence was very strong, although one can never guarantee an outcome. He was ultimately convicted after a period of deliberation by the jury, and he was sentenced to a life term of imprisonment with a minimum of 17 years.
The reality now is I have 4 young children to nurture. This is my life now, this is my full-time job, is to get them from childhood to adulthood without being scarred too much. And to mums and dads of daughters and sons that move in with their girlfriends, be aware if the girl starts wearing loads of makeup, or you want to just pop round for a cup of tea but you're put off. Question why. Is it because it's been an argument? Is it because she's bruised? I can see now that I should have picked up on those little things. Quiz it, don't ignore it, because it could make the difference between life and death.